everybody. Hey, Zephyr, Bestie, Fat Baby Toodles. Good morning. Let me see if I can flip my camera so it's not showing my pink phone stand here. Let me flip it. Still gonna do it. Okay, there we go. There we go. I thought we would just stream on the porch this morning. At the first of the year, we're going to get back on schedule with our true crime streams Monday through Friday in the mornings around 10:30, 10:40. Hey, Misty. Good morning. How are you doing? I saw this morning, though, that Ghislaine Maxwell, as I like to call Maxie Pat, I know that's vulgar to say, but she was found guilty on 5 of 6 counts in her sex trafficking case. Hey, Tammy, drinking your coffee? Me too, girl. Me too. Look at my little cup. Family Dollar. I've had it for a couple years. $2. Hey, faithful one. Good morning. Tammy, good to see you. Hibiscus, good morning. How are you doing? I was going to read this about Ghislaine when everybody gets in here. I knew she was going to be found guilty. Mark said to me, well, you never know how it's going to go, what a jury's going to, decide. That's true, but I knew this was a slam dunk. Now, Prince Andrew in England, he is scared to death, guys. Scared to death they're going to come and cuff and stuff him for all of his weirdo stuff he's done. Yep, Tammy, she's been cuffed and stuffed, and she's going to be booked and cooked now. Let's see. Let's read this because I didn't finish reading it. I just saw that she's found guilty. Jury convicted Ghislaine Maxwell, the longtime associate of serial sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, on 5 of 6 counts related to the abuse and trafficking of underage girls. Maxwell faced a 6-count indictment for allegedly conspiring with and aiding Epstein in his sexual abuse of underage girls between 1994 and 2004. She showed no visible emotion as the jury's verdict was read in the New York City courtroom. Following the verdict, her family members exited the courtroom without comment. The verdict came on the 6th day of jury deliberations, after about 40 hours of deliberation. A unanimous jury has found Ghislaine Maxwell guilty of one of the worst crimes imaginable, facilitating and participating in the sexual abuse of children. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said in a statement following the verdict, I want to commend the bravery of the girls, now grown women, who stepped out of the shadows and into the courtroom. Their courage and willingness to face their abuser made this case and today's results possible. This office will always stand with victims, will always follow the facts wherever they lead, and will always fight to ensure that no one, no matter how powerful and well-connected, is above the law, Williams added. Epstein, the one-time millionaire hedge fund manager, died by alleged suicide in jail in 2019. Actually, a lot of people think Epstein was killed by someone, because like the cameras weren't working and all that stuff. I actually think that he committed suicide himself. He wasn't murdered. That's my belief. He knew that there was no way out. His money and power wasn't going to buy him out of this. So he took the easy way out. Okay, let's see. We believe firmly in our sister's innocence. We are very disappointed with the verdict, the Maxwell family said in a statement. We have already started the appeal tonight, and we believe that she will ultimately be vindicated. Can you believe that? All that evidence they got against her. Hold on a second. Let me let Lady out. Come on. She can't stand to be away from me, guys, not even for a second. Let's see what else it says. I am so relieved and grateful the jury recognized the pattern of predatory behavior that Maxwell engaged in for years and found her guilty of all these crimes, said Annie Farmer, one of 4 accusers who testified against Maxwell. I hope this verdict brings solace to all who need it. Even those with great power and privilege will be held accountable when they sexually abuse and exploit the young. The jury's verdict vindicates the courage and commitment of our clients, who stood up against all odds for many years to bring Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell to justice, said attorney David Boyes, maybe that's how you say his name, who represented Farmer. However, Boyes said they did not act and could not have acted alone. The scope and scale and duration of their sex trafficking crimes depended on many wealthy and powerful collaborators and co-conspirators. They too are not above the law. They too must be brought to justice. Amen. Satisfaction with Maxwell's conviction is tempered by the knowledge that other co-conspirators have yet to be held responsible for their involvement in Jeffrey Epstein's extraordinary criminal enterprise, said attorney Jack Scorola, who represented the Maxwell accuser who testified under the name Carolyn. Doors closed behind Epstein's death may be opened by the very strong motivation Maxwell now has to unlock every door to which she holds a key. Maxwell has been held without bail since her arrest in July 2020. She now faces decades in prison. A sentencing date has not yet been set. Now, let's go look and see that article, what it was saying about Prince Andrew. Hey, RNA, good morning. Sapphire, good morning, Ladybug. Love your TikToks. Hey, she hates the camera, Sapphire. If I get the camera out and act like I'm videoing, they take off running, Skylar and Lady. They hate it. I have to act like I'm just fooling with my phone, or they won't let me get them on video. Skylar will keep turning her head. Okay, let me see. I had another article I see. Let me just look at Prince Andrew. This little weirdo's going down too. Little weird freak. Okay, Ghislaine Maxwell, what the trial means for Prince Andrew. Let's see if it'll let me read BBC News without having to pay for it. Okay. Let's see. Ghislaine Maxwell, been convicted of grooming teenagers for abuse by Jeffrey Epstein. What are the implications for her former friend, Prince Andrew? The guilty verdict comes as lawyers for the senior royal prepare to go to the same federal court in Manhattan, New York, to defend him against damages claims brought by one of the Epstein victims. So what does Maxwell's trial mean, if anything, for the prince? It was Ghislaine Maxwell on trial, no one else. The most obvious and important thing to bear in mind about Maxwell's conviction is that it applies only to what she did. Nobody else was on trial. The Duke of York is not facing a criminal prosecution in the United States. He's being sued by Virginia Roberts Giuffre, I think that's how you say her name, one of Epstein's victims. In fact, the trial heard no evidence that Prince Andrew was ever allegedly involved in wrongdoing. Well, we know he was. But one of his former closest friends is now a convicted abuser. During his 2019 BBC interview, Prince Andrew told Newsnight his relationship with Epstein was a product of his long-standing friendship with Ghislaine Maxwell. There she was in court, yes, yeah. They drew her picture. Specifically, he said he and Epstein first met in 1999, and his closeness to Maxwell was the only reason he got to know the pedophile financer in the first place. Yet throughout this trial, Maxwell accusers did not present her as some kind of unwitting helper for Epstein, but a woman who was central to his plans to commit abuse. Oh yeah, she went out and got the girls for him, then started grooming them. If Ghislaine had been acquitted, that could have immediately undermined Virginia Roberts Giuffre's claims, because she alleges in court papers that the British socialite spent years overseeing and managing Epstein's sex trafficking network. and actively recruited underage girls, including herself. And so the conviction means Miss Jeffrey's lawyers can go into her case against Prince Andrew, saying it's now beyond reasonable doubt that Maxwell played a role in Epstein's abuse. The senior royal's relationship with Ghislaine is now as important to the evidence in the damages case as his relationship to Epstein. Epstein wasn't just a casual acquaintance. Miss Jeffrey's court filings repeatedly stressed that Epstein was close enough to the Duke to attend his 40th birthday party and have contact numbers for him. The Maxwell case has knocked any of this down. During the trial, the Maxwell case has not knocked any of this down. During the trial, prosecutors disclosed new pictures of Maxwell and Epstein to emphasize how close they were. And one photo shows the pair relaxing at a log cabin within the Queen's enormous private Scottish estate. Balmoral, I think it says that. Look at them. Epstein and Maxwell sitting outside that cabin. Freaks. The picture is thought to have been taken in 1999 when Prince Andrew reportedly invited the couple to stay at the castle. While casual acquaintances don't get to stay at one of the most guarded, secure, and secluded locations in the UK, it's not proof that the Duke was either involved in any wrongdoing or indeed aware of it. Bullshit. He went to Pedo Island too, I know he did. Virginia Giuffre featured but did not appear. One of the witnesses against Maxwell, known only as Carolyn, told the trial that she had been introduced to Epstein by Virginia Roberts, as she then was. And a former Epstein employee recalled seeing Virginia at the financier's estate in Florida. So why did she not give evidence? Well, firstly, she was not named on the indictment as one of the victims of abuse in the Maxwell trial. So there was no legal need for the jury to consider what she has to say. But she could still have been called. Prosecutors have remained tight-lipped. Some reporters in New York speculate Miss Giuffre was not called because her prominence would have been distracting, or that Maxwell's lawyers would have latched on to the alleged inconsistencies in her media accounts. It's also possible that prosecutors grappling with differing U.S. state laws concerning age of consent kept her out to simplify the trial. But as the New York Times put it, her story loomed over the trial. It looks like her words will now go untested until she potentially gives evidence in her damages case against Prince Andrew. Hey, Mike. The evidence the jury heard didn't relate to that specific claim. The witness known only as Kate said Maxwell befriended her in 1994, invited her to tea at her Belgravia, I guess that's how you say it, home. Maxwell then groomed her into a sexual encounter there with Epstein, she said. Kate was also later flown to the financier's Florida home, which they tore that down, that home in Florida, where Maxwell was said to have given her a schoolgirl's uniform to wear. You sick bitch. Her evidence was clearly part of an attempt by prosecutors to demonstrate how Maxwell identified women to satisfy Epstein's demands. Well, I read one of the ladies was saying that they'd prey on vulnerable young girls, underage girls, maybe from a bad home, maybe they was poor, and she'd take them up to her place, she'd buy them stuff, she would give them money, and then she would start to groom them. She would put on porn, let them watch that. Then she'd start to undress in front of them. Then she'd take them to Epstein. That's what I read. Sick bitch. Okay. But Kate was above the age of consent in the UK, and therefore the judge ruled that the jury could not consider her story as evidence of a crime committed by Maxwell. Her lawyers challenged the inconclusion of the story in the trial. Most importantly for the Duke, Kate's story did not substantiate any suggestions that Maxwell trafficked young women for Epstein's friends. While the world has seen the photograph of the Duke with Virginia Roberts, as then was in Ghislaine Maxwell's home, he only came up in Kate's London related evidence in a peripheral way. Peripheral way, I think it's how you say it. The court heard how Maxwell would name drop him and other rich and famous people she knew. Prince Andrew confirmed to Newsnight he had been in Maxwell's Belgravia home previously, but said he had no recollection of meeting Miss Giuffre or that the photograph was taken. So, given Maxwell's trial heard nothing at all linking Prince Andrew to abuse in London, one of Miss Giuffre's most explosive allegations remains unproven. The trial heard about the Lolita Express. Okay, let me see if I can say this guy's name. Larry Visosky, Epstein's lady, come here. You're not going to bark or you can't sit out here. You can't bark at people, baby. Come here. Larry Visosky, Epstein's longtime pilot, told the trial that he had flown Prince Andrew and other celebrities to luxury destinations. The Duke of York had previously told Newsnight he had been on the plane. Epstein accusers say the jet was the Lolita Express, a meaning of moving around both his confidants and the girls groomed into his control. Lady, if you're on bark at her, you can't stay out here. If the damages case goes ahead, the flight logs may be important evidence for either side, depending on what they reveal about who was flown to where and when. How do we know the flight logs are correct, though? Okay. One of Maxwell's accusers, named Jane, recalled being on the jet with the Duke, but she did not accuse him of wrongdoing. The jury also acquitted Maxwell of enticing Jane to travel from Florida to Manhattan so that Epstein could have sex with her. Okay, next. Does Maxwell's conviction have implications for Scotland Yard? Come here, lady. Get your head out of the banisters and sit down. The Metropolitan Police has so far decided, having reviewed material from the U.S. civil courts and media, to take no action over allegations of criminality in the UK relating to Jeffrey Epstein. It's never confirmed whether or not it has looked at Virginia Giuffre's allegations against Prince Andrew, in line with its policy of rarely confirming the identity of anyone alive who features in its work. The question is whether it will be compelled to rethink that position given Maxwell's criminal conviction in a case that included events in London. Given that Kate's London-related evidence did not cover a crime and related only to the dead financier and Maxwell, it's difficult to see the London force changing its position. And finally, that article is over. That was a lot to read. Come on, lady. Let's go in the house if you can't behave. You can't be barking at the landlords. Come on. Go sit down. I'll be in a little bit. Go on. I swear, guys, I can't sit down a minute without these daggone dogs aggravating me. I think the Clintons put a hit out on Epstein. They could. I mean, I think that he committed suicide, but I'm very open-minded. It's just a theory of mine. It is possible, I would say anything's possible, that he was murdered. Because it is awful funny that none of the cameras were working. And they weren't checking on him. They're supposed to check on him like every 15 minutes, I think. I mean, crap, years ago when I was in jail, I do about 90 days. Not doing my probation misdemeanor conviction, but they checked on us every day ago on 15 minutes. If they hadn't have, I would have died down there because I flopped out in the floor having seizures from having withdrawals. They had to take me to the hospital. So, I mean, at our little, well, it's a regional jail. It's a pretty good sized jail. They do their job. They check on you like every 15 minutes. You can hear them a keys a coming. They ain't gave me sleeping pills down there. I'd have never slept a wink because their keys, they rattle like really, really loud. And if you got your head covered up, they'll knock on your cell window. Like if you're in Max, like minimum's an open pod. Just bunk beds everywhere, big dormitory. But in Max, they have cells. Medium, they have cells. But in medium, you can come out of your cell during the day into the TV room. In Max, they only let you out 1 hour a day. Guess who ended up in Max? I did. Because I gave a cigarette to somebody and she went and told on me. And they took me to Max. Very possible the Royals had a part in Epstein getting gone. Hey, yeah, they could have because, he knew a lot on Prince Andrew. If I'm not mistaken, they found like VHS tapes where they recorded abuse. Maybe not, but I'm thinking they did. I know R. Kelly recorded some abuse. His life's over too. Can you believe it? Making it to the big time, and he's a freaking weirdo and ruins his life. Let me get where's my other phone at? Oh, right here. Let's see what else is going on. Me asking where my other phone was at, and I was just reading from it. Let's see what else is going on. Let's go to Crime Online. I saw something about a 1985 case being solved. Oh, excuse me, 1995. DNA uncovers suspect in 95 rape and murder of Atlanta teenager Nicole Smith. Her name is not spelled Nicole. It's spelled Nacole. Nicole. I guess that's how you say it. Let me see. Get some of the ends still. Oh, crap. It went to something else. Hey, you just can't get away. All these people are being cuffed and stuffed that committed murders years ago. Lady has opened my door back up, guys. Come on. But you better not be barking. Oh my gosh, guys. Hold on a minute. I think it's possible I turned my coffee on and didn't put no water in the back of it. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back. Come on, Bug. Come on, you can go back in with me. Well, I didn't shut the lid to the coffee pot. I was wondering what that noise was when I opened up the door. I swear I'm so absent-minded, guys. Sapphire, you've been CC'd. Let's see. Let me get back on my phone. Oh, what happened to my phone? It won't come back on. I hate it when I forget to put the water. I thought I forgot to put the water in, but I forgot to close the lid. I'm telling y'all, I do stuff, and I have no memory of it. Don't remember doing it. I mean, it's like I've got freaking early dementia or something. Is it cold there, Cece? Actually, it's not cold here. Let me see what the temp is. It's 52 right now. Let's see, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, it was in the high 60s, I believe. I had shorts on. I was burning up. I had the doors open to the house, letting some fresh air come through. It just does not feel like December here. Last year, I remember, I prayed for snow for Christmas, and it snowed for a freaking month. But this year, nothing. It flurried a little bit, like enough to put some like on top of the car, but that's it. Global warming, y'all. When I was little, CC, I'm good to do a stream tomorrow morning if you're okay. That works. That works. See, crap, I forgot to get in Discord and check messages. Hey, Remy. Hey, CC. I got notified. Oh, really? You know, a lot of time I don't get notified of people's streams. I'll get a notification that someone's live, and I'll go to their stream, and they've been live like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Um, Sapphire, ADHD. Yes, I have ADHD bad. I might have to get back on some medication. I've got to pick me a freaking doctor to put on my Medicaid. I got a letter from them that doctor was no longer a doctor anymore, and I thought, no crap. I've been trying to get an appointment with him for 3 months. Left message after message. I'd never heard of him anyways, but yes, Mike, we can definitely do John Benet Ramsey in the morning around 10:30. We can meet up before the stream starts, like backstage, like we did last time. Chat before we go live. Call the number on the back of your Medicaid card. They'll help you find a doctor. Okay, good. That's what I was going to do today. I didn't know there's a number on the back of the Medicaid card, but I got a bunch of papers. Crap, I've got Medicaid, guys, and not really even used it. And I need to get the show on the road because I need knee surgery. I am about crippled. The nerve pain. I thought I lost a little bit of weight and it helped the nerve pain. The nerve pain's got worse. It's on both sides of my legs. It shoots all the way up my back. And my little toe and the toe next to it have been drawing up like that. And it's starting to scare me because I was reading it with nerve damage. It can get so bad it can paralyze you. There's nothing they can do for it, though, I don't reckon. Just like, mine might straighten up if when I have surgery on my leg. Anyways, I'm so irresponsible, guys, when it comes to myself. Like, when it comes to taking care of other people and animals, I'm on top of it like this. I'm on top of it. But when it comes to myself, I don't refill my medicine until I'm completely out. I don't make my doctor's appointments. I'll miss my dental appointments. I've not even went and picked up my permanent thing for my teeth. I mean, I've got to quit doing that. You need physical therapy, medication, pay for all that. Well, I tried physical therapy a couple years ago, and I couldn't do it because of my injury. It made my legs swell up. Like my calf muscle on my left leg, it feels like it's not working. You know what I mean? Have you tried spray lidocaine? Yes. Yes, I have all kinds of pain cream. You have to start with a primary doctor. It gives you a referral specialist for that. Unfortunately, Medicaid doesn't let you. I know it. You got to be referred. You got to be referred. I'm so grateful to have Medicaid. Pick up my medicine and stuff. Before, it was like $30 for one bottle of pills. I take high blood pressure medicine. I take Cymbalta. They gave me Cymbalta. That's an antidepressant for the pain in my leg. Can you believe that? The lidocaine in the roller bottle works great. Use it on my neck when it acts up. Willow bark. Tractor Supply sells a tube of cream. It's all natural. It's called willow bark. Willow bark is like a natural aspirin. They make this cream. It's made in the United States. That stuff's really good. But it's like $12 a daggone tube. The tube don't last that long. Start using it, woman called it. CC, have you tried Yes, turquoise kitten. I got a 10 unit. I shocked the hell out of myself. I turned that thing up full blast. Do not never try to put it like close to your neck and turn it up full blast. It'll make your neck draw. Yes, I've got a good one. Now, I put it on my tendonitis knot. I got a tendonitis knot on my Achilles heel about that big around. No exaggeration. Now, when I went up here to the health wagon, which my cousin runs, the doctor, she was feeling that. She said, I don't think that's tendonitis. I think it's a bone sticking out. I hate to argue with her, but I had to. I said, well, I went to the emergency room and when this first happened, and they told me it's one of the worst cases of tendonitis in the Achilles heel they'd ever seen. They done an x-ray because I know it just popped up one day. They give Wellbutrin to stop smoking. It's for something else. Yeah, that's antidepressant too. Since I got sick this past summer, I'm incredibly itchy. I get paramoxamine hydro cream for $13. See, my mom, hey Melanie, good morning. My mom has eczema. She calls it eczema. She's had it since she was a little girl, but the tube of cream cost $100 they give her. Her skin stays itchy. I mean, she won't have a thing on her. And she'll be itching, and then she'll break out, especially if she gets nervous. They seem to push antidepressants for everything. Very strange to me. Hey, I'm irresponsible, so I've run out of that a couple of times. You do not want to run out of Cymbalta because you'll be so dizzy. You can't stand it. You can't bend over or anything. I'll try to never run out of that again. Oh, Fat Baby Toodles, since you're in here, you see the top of that yellow tin over there? That's the tin I'm referring. Let me see if I can zoom. See the top of that tin over there? It's like a yellow beige. That is like that little carport thing that come from Harbor Freight I put over Annabelle's shed. It's nice. I was going to, let me see if I can zoom out. Okay. Zoom back out. There we go. I was up all night scratching. My liver and kidneys don't process toxins well, so the bilirubin toxin seeps through the skin. Talk about itchy. Have you tried oatmeal bath, a Vino oatmeal bath? It's kind of expensive, a box of it, but it comes like inside the box is like packs. My mom uses that. Also, try to even put some baking soda on you if you're sitting in the bathtub. Just get some out of the box and rub on you. I've seen my mom do that before because my mom's had this since she was a kid. She told me that my mama Celeste used to lay like fat back, like salted bacon on her skin because like her skin would like break open and stuff. Of course, that's like back in the 60s. But she's got real bad skin. You know you need to drink water, girly. Get your meds auto-filled. I know. Hey, I've actually been trying to drink some water. Yeah, I've been getting me some ice water and drinking it. Because I think where I don't never drink water, I just drink coffee and soda. I think that's got like a lot to do with like my skin. Like my eyes look wrinkly. Sometimes more wrinkly than normal. And I just feel like I'm dehydrated sometimes. My mama, my granny's sister, Rita, she drinks 8 glasses of water a day. She's like 90, probably 90 years old. Hardly has any freaking wrinkles. Aquaphor, Capphor, menthol mix. Oh gosh, lady, dog hair just went everywhere. CC, oatmeal bath, hydrocortisone, baking soda, paste mineral, calamine. You name it, I've tried it. Oh, you've tried the poison ivy? Oh, haha, yeah, I see the tent. Sorry, had to rewind because my kids were loud. Oh, that's all right. Hey, Mark A. David, did I miss him in the chat? Hey, hon. If I missed anybody when I was reading, try electric light water Gatorade. Supposedly it helps with nerves and muscles. You know what? The doctor told us, like, if you got a kid that's got bowel problems, Gatorade's bad for them. I learned that because Timothy has always had trouble with his bowels. Thank God it's kind of straightened out now since he's gotten older. He just turned 15 yesterday. Yesterday was my son's birthday. He turned 15. Wouldn't even hardly return my text, y'all. Wouldn't answer my phone call. And I texted him back. I said, hello, son. He finally texted back. He said, I've been hanging out with my friend, Mom. If there's an issue with bowels, it's usually a lactose issue. Yeah, he cannot drink milk, eat ice cream, anything like that. Bowel problems run in my family. I've always had a problem with mine, but Timothy's, his was really, really bad. Thank you, Mike. Happy birthday, Timothy. I call him Tim Tom. I nicknamed him that because on Moonshiners, there's an old man named Jim Tom. So I started calling Timothy Tim Tom. Tam, pickle juice for muscles. It's a miracle. Tam, you'll never believe this, but I drink pickle juice sometimes. I do. I love it. If my pickles are empty, I'll drink the juice. I know, guys. I'm a weird woman. Happy birthday, Timothy. Them teenagers are busy. Hey, you better get unbusy for me. Yeah, see, I had him at, I believe it's like 11:35 p.m., something like that. On December 29th in, oh my gosh, I can't remember the year, 2006. Right? 2006? Yeah. Remy, happy birthday, Tim Tom. Mike, I love pickle juice. Me too, and I love pickle eggs. And I hate to say this, pickled pig's feet, I used to eat when I was little. My papa got me into eating that. I've not eaten in years. Because I can't, because I think about the little pigs that's feet's been cut off. And telling y'all, since I have learned what happens to these, how we get bacon, which I knew they killed pigs to get bacon, duh. But just learned, like, how the pigs and cows are treated and slaughtered, and the chickens and stuff, how they're treated, how the hens never set their feet on the ground. They're just kept in like just a metal thing and just to lay eggs, and when they can't lay any more eggs, they're just killed. It just makes me not want to buy anything from the store, y'all. No, I'll never buy eggs from a store again, ever, as long as I live. I wish I didn't have to buy milk. And I've not bought bacon and sausage in a long time. I love picklebacks. A shot of Jameson and a shot of pickle juice chaser. Oh my God! Next time you come down, I'll have to try that. I've never drank Jameson. You should come down before the weather warms up. That way I know Mark will be here and he can watch Smokey and we can get out and run around. I was going to tell you that the other day. I don't know if you can get out or anything. Come down, go on a trip. Hey, Sunnyside, good morning. Water really is a woman's best friend. So is retinol, collagen, hydroic acid. I can't say that, but I know what you're talking about. Centrum multivitamin that contains biotin. That's so good. Yeah, I've been wanting some of, but it's so expensive. Some of the L'Oreal retinol hydro, you know, hydro acid crap, however you say it. To try some of it. God, $30? I hate to pay $30 for a freaking thing of crap to go on your face. My stepbrother used to drink pickle juice religiously, thought it was so weird. I can't talk because I've always eaten goofy concoctions. Yeah, I don't know why I'll go in there, like when the pickles are empty, and I'll drink the pickle juice, take me a couple drinks of it. I don't know why. It's weird. Yes, Sapphire, you should. You should come down one week. Well, it don't even have to be on the weekend. Um, we'll get out. Maybe we'll go to Kingsport or something. And we didn't go to the Wood Booger to eat. We went and saw the Wood Booger statue. The Wood Booger Sasquatch. That's what we call Sasquatch here. But they got a awesome restaurant. It's a little bit pricey, not too bad. Um, I totally forgot about it when you came down here at the restaurant. Mark's the one that's like, y'all go to the Wood Booger? And I was like, crap, no. We went and saw the statue on High Knob, though. um, we could go to the zoo. You want to go to the zoo? Prenatal vitamins are good, too. You know what? Y'all don't judge me. But I could not take those prenatal vitamins when I was pregnant. They made me sick. I could not. The smell of them, I could not do it. I had a healthy baby, though. He was like 7 pounds, 11 ounces. The Wood Booger. That's a unique name. Remy, look up the Wood Booger. Look up Wood Booger statue. High Knob. Knob. Like high, High. We wasn't hungry. No, I was freaking drunk the whole time. I got wasted on Sapphire. Oh my God. Ever again. Oh, we had a good time though. A good time. Too bad the damn pool wasn't open. Fat babies. I got a free sample of that fancy ass Lemur face cream. Made me break out. That stuff goes for like $700 for less than 2 ounces or something. Oh, Mark brought Sapphire just gave me. I think it's Lavalier, Lavlier. I think that's what you're talking about. She and the Christmas stuff she sent me, there was a sample of some face cream from that. And that stuff is expensive because Mark got me some eye cream in Florida that instantly lifts your eyes. I mean, it feels like somebody's taped your eyes back. That stuff was $100. He got a deal on it, he said. I mean, it's usually like $500 or $600 for that crap. But here's what I don't like about it. It just fixes it for the time being till you wash your damn face. I ran out of it. I kept it for about 2 years. It came in this big, long-looking, fat syringe-looking thing. We had a great time. I will be back soon. Oh, yeah, we did. I had a good time. If we hadn't had that damn weirdo with us, we would have had a better time. I need my head examined sometimes because I don't make good decisions sometimes. Thank God that's past. That's over with. Oh. I do the Elf Cleanser, Thayer's, Toner, Jurassic Retinol, the Olay Eye Hydration. See, that's what I need. I need something that hydrates my eyes, some eye syrup. Now, I'll tell you what, the best stuff I ever tried. My mom gave me a sample of Estee Lauder Rapid Repairing Serum or Overnight Serum. I can't think, but it's like $60 or $70 a bottle. That stuff works. Like I was putting it on at night, and the wrinkles in my forehead were diminishing. But you gotta keep using it. But it's so expensive. I was looking on Amazon for some, and they had some, but the reviews were saying, "Hey, this is not the real thing." Heard Elf skincare is pretty good. I always like their makeup brushes. Yeah. I don't. Mark A. David, join the club, CC. I don't like their foundation. I tried their foundation one time. I don't like Elf's foundation. Not too crazy about their eyeshadow either. But their brushes are okay. Except for that stinking stipple brush I got. I get my retinol from Dollar Tree, the serum. I'm cheap on my wrinkles. Does it work, though? Does the retinol from the Dollar Tree work? Probably not, girl. I've tried that stuff. I tried some under eye stuff from there. It's supposed to make your circles not so dark. It didn't help me a damn bit. Without makeup, it looks like somebody punched me in the damn eyes. Dermatologist told me to apply your moisturizer when your face and body is still wet. It absorbs. Oh, really, Mike? Hmm. Elf has stepped their game up. Their primer in a teal tube is amazing. I've used the same foundation, won't change. My concealer is Wet n Wild concealer is good. Hey, Wet n Wild products, their eyeshadow and stuff, it's okay. Um, Actually, they've improved their products. Now, I did have the Elf primer in the green. I wasn't too crazy about it. I've switched my foundation to L'Oreal. What is it? It's 24-hour wear. Is it Luminous? The bottle's in the house. It's pretty good. I was wearing the Fit by Maybelline, but it's just like too dry on my face and clogs my pores too much. That's what I'm having a problem with. I'm having a problem with breakouts. Even though, well, sometimes I fall asleep with my makeup on, but 94% of the time, 95% of the time, I always take my makeup off because I usually take a shower at night. Unless, like I say, I fall asleep. But it's still breaking out. I got me some Clearasil foam wash the other day from Walmart. I don't know if it's helping or not. I had to pause, had company. Oh, that's all right, Tammy. I'm getting ready to get off here anyways. I hear Mark up. Smokey must be back up. Bless his little heart. Smokey, let me give you an update on the smokester. He is doing a lot better since that potassium bromide is getting out of his system. I couldn't think of the name of it. For seizures, it's getting out of his system. He's doing a lot better. He's being a lot more active. He's drinking a lot less water, and he's not had a seizure. Now, he did pee on himself last night. But I think it's because he couldn't get up out of that bed. I had to wash his other bed because he had mud. He got mud all over it somehow. So he had that other bed, and it's just so cushiony. He can't raise himself up. He's having a problem with his hip, anyways. But besides that, he's doing a lot better. Thank God. I started crying yesterday because he's trying to find his way in there to Mark, and I was trying to let him do it on his own. And he run into the nightstand, and he run into the door. Not hard, but it just broke my heart to see him like that because Smokey was he was a ball of fire. He was always a mean little spunky schnauzer. And now Skylar can walk up and take his dog food bowl from him, which I don't let her do that, but she tries to do it. You know, back before he lost his eyesight, he would have eat her butt up for that, and she wouldn't have dared try to have done that. She's always been scared of him because he jumped on her when she was a puppy. Um, but it's just sad. It just breaks my heart. I know we probably don't have much time left with him. He's got a bad heart murmur. But he is being more active, thank goodness. And he can go up and down the steps by himself, but he cries for me to carry him. I've spoiled him rotten, guys. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Is today Thursday? Hold on. Oh, yep. So we're having a member stream tonight. Probably be around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'll set it up here in a little bit. Mark, L'Oreal Revitalizer Hydro Chronic retinol overnight serum. Yes, yes, that's what I was talking about. That stuff's a little expensive too, but I heard it's really good. I'm going to eventually break. I'm a tightwad, y'all. I'm going to eventually break down and buy me some. I'm going to have to. I need something done with my eyes. Hey, Shirley, and you have a good day too, honey. Well, thanks for chatting, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you channel members tonight. We'll probably just sit around and goof off, maybe play a game. I'm going to find us some kind of something fun to do. We need to have some fun. Anyways, y'all have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace. After a while, Crocodile Mark. He said later, Gators. I always like to say after a while, Crocodile. Bye, guys.